something funny.
What was it?
Did you? Okay, you know. Did you guys see? Okay, hi guys. We're gonna tell a story real quick. Do you see the picture of Mission Impossible Fallout?
Yeah.
It's Tom Cruise jumping towards a window.
I saw.
And someone commented on it. It was like you could almost hear the broken ankle in it because I know he broke an ankle on set. Oh, it was so funny. I broke my ankle last year.
That is funny.
I sprained it walking out of UCB. I just did it a class at improv and got a little too giddy going down the steps.
Oh. Like giddy?
Uh-huh. I was going too fast, wasn't paying attention, took a dangerous step down and...
It was dangerous. Who knew walking was so dangerous?
Good morning, boys and girls.
Hello, everybody. We're back.
Don't I kind of look like a floating head?
We have Danny...
Because you're wearing black on the
Yeah.
black
Danny Boy, Maggie Whitmer, Terry Fournier. And Terry Fournier, let's give him a round of applause. He's going to go into a new studio and go do a little interview. Good luck, my boy.
What?
He's going to be going into an interview. I said that weird, but he's going in for an interview. Next week, for a new studio. It's a new job. That's so cool.
Go, Terry. Get a Terry.
What is getting a Terry?
No.
Oh, you get it, Terry. Oh, okay.
Get a Terry.
Get a Terry.
Let us know in the comments down below what getting a Terry is.
Terry, you gotta let us know.
Definitely PG, I'm sure.
Sam, did you tweet this out?
I tweeted it out earlier, and I just tweeted it out again.
I also retweeted it. DJ, did you retweet it?
I'm going to retweet it right now.
I'm excited to talk about Black Lightning.
Go Black Lightning.
Go.
Every time I hear Black Lightning, I think of Grease Lightning.
Me too. Wait, we talked about that last time.
No, I just sang it last time.
You did?
Yeah, you're trying to steal my thing.
I will have to see.
DJ, I like you better at this current
Yay! Roxy did not like me before the episode.
I always like you. I was just feeling the heat.
Guys, let us know in the
government shutdown heat.
Let us know in the comments down below if Lincoln was our tallest president and by how many tens of stories.
Did you know how many presidents we have that nobody gives a shit about?
I'm sorry, President Harding is my favorite.
We had to memorize them at some point, so I do think I've heard of all of them.
Martin Van Buren, my boy.
I remember I was going through the National Portrait Gallery. The National Portrait Gallery. And there's so many portraits of presidents that nobody cares about or matter to anybody.
But would you rather be a president nobody cared about, or like Nixon?
Or Trump.
I would rather nobody cared about me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So it's like not the worst thing that could happen.
Usually the ones that people really care about were shot dead. So... Also,
rest in peace, JFK.
Yeah. So, or Lincoln, and then actually, there's a few. That would be the worst if you were a president nobody cared about. You were a president nobody cared about, and also you were shot dead.
That's Garfield, right?
Who are all the presidents that were shot dead?
There's 4 assassination attempts. Only 3 were killed.
Okay, well, I don't think it counts as getting shot dead if you didn't get shot dead.
Your assassination.
Zombies.
Yeah, zombies.
Zombies.
Anyway.
Yeah. Ronald Reagan was a zombie.
Now I get sad when I even hear the word zombie.
It happens.
Rest in peace, singer of the Cranberries.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could be carried on Lincoln's shoulders into this new episode of Super TV Showdown. We got Demi joining us, and I know Demi, you're new to watching us live.
Is that my new nickname?
Is this very particular? Should I talk into the top?
No, you were just talking like this, and we weren't hearing it.
Oh, okay.
Sure
well. Well, I want to. Do you want to talk about the? You want to go?
Start or
yeah, yes. I'm excited.
Yes, Roxy.
My voice sounds like Demi Moore. People used to tell me that growing up. So I was making a joke saying that Sam was calling me Demi, but he was calling somebody in the chat Demi.
Yes.
I just wanted to be clear.
Okay.
I thought it was Demi.
Whatever.
Demi Moore? It was Demi Moore.
I don't know. That's always how
let us know in the comments down below how.
I just was getting us back on track, okay?
Gosh. Oh, I forgot. We gotta talk about Demi Moore. I got my trivia ready, guys.
Okay,
Let's cast her in a superhero movie right now.
Right now. She's not in one? That's crazy that she's not like somebody's mom or something.
I don't think I've seen her in anything in
at least 10 years.
Yeah, it was a big deal that she was coming back for Charlie's Angels 2. As the villain, and then she vanished again.
Wasn't she in like Valentine's Day or one of those?
Oh, everybody was in those.
He's just not that into you, or one of those.
Don't worry, I got you covered. IMDb's coming up real quick. And while we do that, though, we could
talk about the other thing.
The episode, yeah. She was in Empire, the TV series.
Okay, but tell me about the Valentine's Day, or he's just not that into you. It's one of those things, right?
She was in. She was in none of that. She was in none of those things you just said.
What about
She was in none of that.
New Year's Eve?
No, none of that. Even though I did see New Year's Eve, those movies are fucking garbage.
I know she was in one of these things.
No, she wasn't. I just looked at
Really?
IMDb.
Are you lying to me
No.
on purpose? My girl Demi.
No, but she will be the next villain in Black Lightning season 2.
Do you think? Who could she be?
Demi Moore. I don't know. She's got clout. She could be a bad person.
She's the new Cat Grant.
She could have been more.
There you go.
I mean Rain. More is just her.
Yeah.
They need 8 of those world killers, and the last one's Demi Moore.
Wait, I'm so positive she was in something that I'm talking about. You guys just won't let me have it.
I've seen New Year's Eve, and I know like the back of my hand.
No, she was in none of it. She was in literally none of what I'm talking about.
I know. I told.
Who was in those movies? I'll let you know.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Oh.
All right, let's kick it off.
Let's do
it. Ready? Is it roll? Are we going?
3, 2.
Hello.
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 And welcome back to Super TV Showdown, the best damn superhero review show on the internet, specifically Patreon, specifically only Stupid Answers Patreon. Thank you all for joining us this Friday. This voice belongs to Sam Bashor, but over to the left of this voice is a boy.
That's me. I'm DJ. I am the boy.
And you returned.
I have returned to the land of California.
You're on a pilgrimage to the capital of this blessed nation. How was it?
It was good. It was a good trip.
How was the 100? Good?
Which you joined.
Were your friends at the 100
Be honest.
good?
Be
They're
honest
so
with the
mean.
people.
The 100 is so mean. Why did you put me with the 100? They're so mean. They
Well,
do
you
such
guess
mean
you shouldn't have
things.
gone on vacation with them. Interesting. It was a retreat.
That was your choice.
Team building.
You dug your bed?
And now you gotta dig in it.
What is it?
You dug your grave and now you gotta
Lie
sleep in
in
it.
it.
Yeah, or lie in it. Sleep in it?
No, I think you lie in it.
Who's the voice over there?
Jennifer Connelly.
Oh!
Hey, what are you-
That's who I was thinking of, not Demi Moore. It's ROXY STRIAR.
Oh,
Hey.
Hi. If you can listen carefully, you'll know that she now has very cool pink hair.
That is so true. You can hear the pink hair as we speak. But you want to know what sucks?
What?
This is so grimy. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm only allowed to watch it once a week.
Yeah.
And so it's itchy.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I've dyed my hair before. It really sucks.
I'm still showering, just not my hair. It's
Okay.
really itchy.
And body.
Can you guys smell the baby powder from there? I've got a whole
No, you're
jar
fine.
of baby powder in my
In
hair.
your hair.
Yes. I'm not kidding. It's not a joke.
I did that
It's
before.
itchy as fuck.
It's not fun.
So, beauty is pain, people.
Beauty is pain.
Truth.
But
You guys know what I'm talking about.
I don't, because I don't have to. I don't.
You just naturally are this way.
I'm not natural. I'm naturally not beautiful, so I don't have to worry about.
hey, DJ just won't let me dye his hair. I keep trying to do it in his sleep. He won't let me though. He is the lightest sleeper in the entire world.
I actually am a pretty light sleeper.
And that's why we get a fun fact for you Patreon peeps. Guys, thank you so much for joining us with this the audio version if you're doing that, the $5 plus. Or if you're joining us live with the video.
What?
Let's give some shout outs.
What did they do to see us?
They contributed $15 plus.
Hell yeah, you did.
And some of those people are Demi C, Danny Boy, Andy B3100, Terry Fournier, Maggie Whitmer. I think I got everybody who's joining us right now, but we always have new people filtering in as we talk about all the shows and the superhero news.
Yeah, I got that one.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Do you want to talk about news?
Yes, let's do it.
You want to talk about the news?
Do you want to talk about news?
Do you want to talk about the news?
DJ, what kind of news would you like to talk about today?
In some accent. Do it in some accent, DJ. You can be whatever you want. Just cannot be your own voice.
I wish you whipped out like a really good Swahili accent.
Let's talk about Oscars.
Oh
my god, you fucking nailed Floridian to California accent. It was really good.
Nailed it.
What about Oscars?
A bunch of superhero movies that people thought might get nominated weren't.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's about it, though.
I don't know why people thought they would get. It doesn't. You need to realize it doesn't matter how good your favorite genre movie is. The Academy doesn't care.
Okay.
The Academy does not care.
Okay. Let me correct you here.
Okay.
And drop some knowledge. Here's the deal.
Uh huh.
You're telling me that for hair and makeup, where you can have more nominations.
Oh, true. And Suicide Squad won that one.
And Suicide Squad won.
Yeah.
This year there's only 3 nominations, and Wonder Woman didn't deserve a nomination there.
Those were very authentic World War One.
You're telling me that you're not going to nominate...
What were the nominations? I was out of town when the nominations
were Wonder and 2 other ones. And
It was Wonder just for that kid with the prosthetic on his face.
I guess.
Fuck that movie.
But nothing for costume. Yeah. Nothing for
costume.
Sound, editing. None.
Listen, I'm on your side. Wonder Woman was probably my favorite movie of the year.
It was so good.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it should have been nominated for Best Picture because it is the Oscars and wishful thinking, but like.
Man, it was so good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch it this weekend. I just have to. I purchased it. I haven't rewatched it yet.
You just decided this moment?
Yeah, because I forgot how much I remember watching it in theaters and just kind of tearing up a little bit, like multiple parts.
Multiple times. Yeah, no, I love that movie. I'm glad Get Out got some love because that was up there as one of my favorite movies of the year.
Daniel Kaluuya for Best Lead.
He
probably won't win for that. I'm sorry. That's a bummer. And I would love if it needs an award. It needs multiple awards, but come on.
Biggest snub, though, way bigger than Wonder Woman getting snubbed because even though that is one of my favorite movies of the year as well.
Yes.
It's got to be Lego Batman.
Yes!
Are you for real?
Like, not even
with
anything?
Boss Baby.
It's just like, it's so impressive.
Baby, Boss Baby.
Hey, I'll be honest. Boss Baby ain't that bad.
You don't think that
You're the
Lego
one. You're the
Batman...
only person I've ever heard say that.
Yeah,
Lego Batman.
People get on a bandwagon and they like to tear stuff down. I think Lego Batman should have got the award over Boss Baby, but Boss Baby ain't that bad.
Well, I'm not saying it's that bad. I'm saying that how on earth was the Lego movie not nominated and then Lego Batman's not nominated? Coco's gonna win no matter what, so just throw it to nom.
So wait, Lego.
Very true.
Yeah, it's true. So the original Lego movie wasn't nominated too. There might be some
conspiracy?
Not conspiracy, but like
conspiracy.
Okay. There might just be like the people because because they count. They're fully CG animated, right? There's no
stop. They count.
Well, Lego movie was said to not count because a certain part of it, spoilers for that movie, is live action.
But it was still nominated.
No, it was not.
But they performed. Oh, we got a song nomination for Everything Is Awesome.
Yeah.
I just did that weird whistle thing with my teeth.
That was really cool. I've always tried to do that.
You'll figure it out one day.
But Lego Batman movie doesn't have any live action component. I feel like there's some shenanigans behind the scenes there.
Kind of a conspiracy.
What else?
Wait, do we have a conspiracy theme sound?
Conspiracy. Bum, 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 ba-dum.
That's pretty good.
Thank you so much.
Logan, though.
Thank the soundboard. Logan got that script nom.
Yeah, script adaptation. I didn't mean to actually fuck it up that much. Yeah. That was very genuine.
That was just really you. I knew it. I didn't want to make fun of you because I know who you are.
I can take it.
And now I know where you live.
You do.
Wow.
And here's the address flashing up on your screen right now.
Oh, but you can only see it if you pay $15.
Oh, that's how we do. Don't screenshot it, kids. But no, yeah, at least it got a nom for adaptation for, I guess, the Old Man Logan comic.
That seems weird to me. That seems like a weird. The writing is not the part of that movie that stood out to me.
No.
No, it was.
Do you guys think that
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I do find that the writing awards tend to be where the movies I enjoy most in the year tend to do best.
So would you? So wait, there's a lot there too.
There's direct like Her was my favorite movie of that year. Didn't win any of the big awards, but it did win best screenplay. Tarantino's only ever won best screenplay.
Wes Anderson.
Like normally if the movies I really enjoy in the year tend to do better with the writing peeps. So I don't know.
What kind of things do you wear for Halloween?
He dresses Daredevil.
I just can't picture. Like you said Tarantino. I was trying to think like. Can I picture you dressing up for Halloween and like
as a Tarantino?
Is he Tarantino?
You could be a Tarantino. He's a tall boy.
I could dress up as the bride from Kill Bill.
Do you dress up at all for Halloween?
Yes. When I have time, I'm very busy, Roxy.
That's so true.
And if I do a costume, I want to do it well because I enjoy that aspect of it. So I want to like do a fun. Why are we talking about this?
He
right
did
now?
Daredevil from season 1.
Transition. I did do Daredevil from season 1. Transition because.
Yes.
Speaking of costumes,
yes,
we got a first look at Brie Larson in a version of her.
That's where I was going.
Oh.
You totally derailed her transition. Oh, you didn't? Oh, sorry. I mean, the video people probably saw that. I mean, now the audio people know. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Put the picture up. Oh, there she is. Ian.
Okay, does she not look so similar? Do you guys know Brianne Chandler, Miss Movies?
Yes, yes. I
She
just
looks
screamed,
so
sorry.
similar. Another person in the digital space who is a doll and a rock star too. She looks like Miss Movies. She looks like Brianne Chandler in this. But that has nothing to do with the costume. The costume, I have to be perfectly honest, was
Yes.
slightly underwhelming to me. I seem to be the only person who's saying that, but it happens to be just meh to me.
What part of it's meh to you?
It's well put together.
That I feel as if I could have got it at a sex shop.
I don't buy my Halloween costumes from sex shops.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you.
I have the luxury of going to a
just-
Spirit Halloween store.
I don't mean because it's too sexual in any kind of way. I just mean because it looks like latex sex shop things.
Roxy's just like shopping at sex shops, and this reminds her of the stuff that she sees there.
I mean, haven't we all seen this at a sex shop? Yes, I totally agree. But I think it's a little bit better than that. I think the color palette of it is a little underwhelming. Also, when you expect one thing, a little red, blue, and yellow, and you don't get that, you get a little bit bummed. But I'm guessing someone was like, oh no, this is her alien warrior costume. I didn't mean that. Am I having a stroke? I smell burnt toast.
I liked, a lot of people were talking about the green aspect of it, and I like that because it's a throwback to Captain Marvel, the original dude, Captain Marvel's Kree uniform.
And you like a little TBT?
Well, I like the one thing that we talked about this when we did our movie night, whatever, with Iron Man.
I wasn't invited. It's
One
fine.
of the
Suck it. Suck it.
one of the things that I like that a lot of the Marvel movies have repeated elements from that movie ad nauseum, but one of the elements that I like that they've kept is that there's the level of the hero's costumes, and one of them is a more traditional classic version. Like, I like that they keep that part of the comics alive.
When we were talking about it in reference to Iron Man, is that they do the Mark I suit when he builds it in his little cave, and he upgrades to like the more modern suit. Okay. Okay, that's the thing you're talking about.
Yeah. And I like that version of the costume. I will say, and this is me being a nitpicky fanboy, if we're gonna do a throwback, it kind of bothers me that it's just literally her classic her costume now, but green. Like, at least change the star to the Saturn symbol, because in the green costume it was always a Saturn symbol. So it's like, at least change that too, because it's probably not gonna last. I'm assuming she gets that when she hangs out with the aliens, and then when she's done hanging out with the aliens, she gets a new one that's the classic traditional one that she has for the final action sequence. That's probably gonna be an hour and a half long.
Wow, really? You think so?
It's just all these movies. It's just like,
more than 45.
Yeah, let's buckle in. 45 is too long.
Yeah, I'm just saying an hour and a half is
double
that.
I know, but it's the way it feels. It's the way it feels.
That is a math.
It's an addition sign, but it's also a multiplication.
Anyway.
Didn't know we were going to be talking about nerdy things on this podcast.
It also might be a stunt version of the costume, which tends to fit kind of. Although it'd be on the stunt person, then not on her. But,
Possibly it was just like wear this for a second so we can take a picture.
Also,
or green screen. Take it as you will.
Take that or leave it. I also. I'm glad that she has a costume. It feels like a lot of Marvel movies have been relying now on just CGing the costume onto them, and I find that very grating. Mm-hmm. It's the one thing that I'm kind of not sure about with Black Panther. In a lot of the trailers, it looks like the costume just CG painted on him, and it's like, it looked cooler in Civil War.
Oh, he has his eyes poking out, though.
So did Ares.
My God. What was that really horrible... Oh, this might derail us a little bit. Should I get off the train?
No, do it.
We'll see what
Run
it is.
Run that train right into the school.
Did you guys see that?
Sorry.
Oh God! Did you guys see that image of? It was like a Black Panther mask. I don't remember whether it was on a keychain or what. Underneath a pin, and underneath it was just like the whitest of the white face you've ever seen.
Maggie in the comments, she's a big Disney fan, and that was at a Disney park. So Maggie do your research real quick. Let us know. You're being a field reporter. Come back and let us know what the full story on that was.
That was brutal.
It was not.
That was brutal to see.
Great.
It was like, ooh, really?
It was not great. But hey, let's go into the things that we love to talk about, and that's superhero TV shows. Interesting. What's up first?
Interesting. We are talking about.
Ba-bum.
And Bing Bong.
Bim bum 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 bum.
That's the classic Supergirl theme song.
That is so true. If you guys read the comics, you would know that.
You would know that.
Yep, because that's actually what starts playing.
Every
you flip the
single
page.
time. Yeah. But let's talk about this week. It was a week. Oh, Fort Ross. That was the name of the episode. And all-girl team goes to Fort Ross to find Ursa from the old Superman series.
Remember that time that Supergirl was at a series or season low, and they totally deserved to be at a season low for viewers?
Why?
Oh, was that was this week? Was this...
Why do they totally deserve?
Because the show is like me talking about Flash last season. It can do so much better. And then,
I'm not hating it.
I'm not hating it either. I still like this show, but like really, and then like really, you're gonna kill her? Cause like
that was the lamest shit in the world.
Just kill her wig.
That
do
wig,
not kill her.
Hey, her head might be that big in the back. You don't know.
I do know.
No, you don't. You don't know how big her head is.
I understand physics.
No, that's skin and bones and brain for all the electricity.
She would defy gravity.
Her
head would hit the ground.
She'd be dipping in the back. Well, we had for some reason this star kills boy parts. Right?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, the blue star
kills boys.
Yeah.
So that's why boys can't come.
That's so true.
That was I liked.
I didn't mind that.
It was a little weird that like it's a blue sun, so she doesn't have powers. Like I don't think that's how the light spectrum works, but I mean it's still imaginary superpowers anyway, so I'm not gonna bother with that. But also, it kills the Y chromosome. Fine, because I like the idea of the ladies teaming up. Livewire and Psy have been two of my favorite one-off the villains that show up sporadically.
Same.
So that was cool. I'm a little bummed when they did their hero walk. It's like we couldn't get Miss Martian to. It's a lot of white ladies on the and then a lady of
white
color.
Blonde.
Yeah. and then a lady of color does show up and she's a bad guy, and basically feral. And it's like okay, all right. It's kind of undermines your girl power moment a little bit.
But they were in the ship and Brainy and. When we're having a smart off.
What did you guys settle on Brainy talking last week?
We liked him.
Good. I like the makeup can be hit or miss. It was more even this episode. Last episode
I think we just got used to it.
half the episode felt like the makeup person was sick and they had an intern doing it.
Mm-hmm. And they wrote it all down. It's like it's so easy. Just put the lights on the forehead and do the blue skin.
I do like the lights on the forehead, but more importantly, that actor I find very enjoyable.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a lot of good stuff.
If you guys are fans of I just figured this out because I was doing some research of the Being Human Canadian remake, Terry, I see you up there in Canada right now. Go watch it, Being Human. This is very good. He played the sister or the brother to the Ghost Girl, and those two actors are actually brother and sister, and I thought that was really cool. So I'm glad that he's getting work after that, but only Canadian work because they shoot this up in Canada.
He's only working in Canada.
I'm going to Reddit for a second, people.
You got some Reddits?
Yeah.
You in Spelunky?
Because I wasn't just listening to what you guys were saying, because I was reading the Reddits and hanging out with my real friends here on my phone.
Names?
Swanman85.
Nice.
I know it would have been difficult schedule-wise, but how cool would it have been if Kara went to Earth 1 to grab Killer Frost for this mission? It's nice to have the big crossover events, but a small one every now and then would be nice, too. Just a small gripe.
Gripe.
I paused before the word because I was like, that's how you pronounce this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was.
That was correct.
I was happy about that. I agree. I was thinking this when they're all standing there. I was like, it would have been kind of cool to have another awesome girl, whether it is Felicity. I know you're on different Earth, but you can figure it out. Whether it is Felicity, to try to help them in the DEO also. I don't know, just one of our people. But it was cool to see these other female characters, but they were just such throwaways after that. If we're gonna do it, then do it.
Yeah.
I have so many questions, and I wrote them all down, and I'm going to read them out loud. Here it goes. Why didn't Livewire teleport in front of the heat blast? Maybe let it hit her in the shoulder or the shin, maybe? How did she get into space with the Space Ghost?
I'm going to pause you right there. I was watching, and then I thought I missed something because she's fighting the Space Ghost, which I don't know what those were. And then suddenly they're out in space. And I was like, what?
And she went
what
back
just
inside.
happened? Yeah, like, what just happened?
I feel as if they had to cut something.
Maybe.
And they were just like, your brains will put something together. Yeah. I think there was a very obvious scene in there that explained it that we did not see.
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing, and I was like, huh, all right, I guess we just did it somehow.
Yeah, this was a very ambitious concept for an episode that very much felt like a cost-cutting episode.
Yes.
More questions. Sam has more questions.
What did Sai do to Saturn Girl when her little thing broke off and she like whammied her for a second?
I don't know, and why? And why did that happen?
Yeah.
But didn't happen again. Why did
was
she
she gonna
not
run
have control?
away or something? It didn't make any sense.
Did she really have no control in that moment? Did she do it on purpose?
Why do stars kill boys?
No.
And then
because they're mean.
Why doesn't normal
the stars and the boys?
Why doesn't normal Kryptonian weapons work on Rain for some reason?
I don't know. Why does Rain have her powers and Kara doesn't?
Yeah. And why does Rain? But Rain also has a kid. Weird things are going on with Rain.
Why does Rain sometimes remember, sometimes doesn't?
I did like
Killer Frost status.
I did like we have a tweet from Maruna at TV Freaking Box. Do you think that Sam confiding in Alex opens up the possibility of a redemption arc, or just the possibility of keeping Sam after the end of the season? Also, if Sam will be gone at the end of the season, where do we see the L Corp Cat co-stories going?
Wait, one at a time.
More material for Lena.
What was the first one?
The first one was I liked, the reason I brought this up is I liked that when Sam was freaking the fuck out about realizing she was missing time, that she actually, instead of doing the classic like, I'm gonna keep this to myself, like she looked to the person in the room that she likes and was like, holy shit, something weird's going on.
Yeah.
I like that.
I don't feel like it's a can she get redemption because she's not doing anything wrong.
Or is she?
Sam?
Yeah.
How?
Because she's also Rain.
Yeah, but she didn't ask for that.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean that is not part of who she is.
I think it does mean that. Because it just
I don't
happened
think she's
this
making
year.
that decision, yeah.
Or is she?
I don't think so.
I think she's not.
Okay.
But is she? Well, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But
what do you know that I don't?
Yeah, I don't know anything. I'm just saying. We assume that there's no Sam in Rain, but there might be Sam might. Rain might be aware of Sam and who Sam is, and they might be more one and the same than we anticipate.
You guys keep saying my name, and I thought Sam was the daughter's name.
Odette Annabelle, is that the actress's name?
Yeah.
Julie, Jennifer.
No, she got it.
What
he
is
got
it?
It's the actress's name.
No, what's the girl's name?
The daughter's name?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Toby.
Tonders.
I did like her.
Tizzy.
I did like her and
Claudia?
Alex hanging out.
Julia.
A little bit. I do feel like maybe we spent a little bit too much time on that when other characters are off in space.
Well, I like that she goes to the house and like does that thing for her though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was a fun bit.
I think my favorite, like the most solid joke that they had was Win and Brainy like trying to outsmart each other.
Yeah,
yes.
but Brainy being mad douchey.
I mean, he does
Win
have
not being douchey.
A 12th level intellect.
Yeah, but Win's also a dick sometimes. So I wish Win was dickier too. So it didn't make Brainy look as dicky. Because if they're both dicky, then the dicks cancel out. 2 dicks makes no dicks.
It's a plus sign.
Well, actually, it comes back to the
multiplication sign.
Yeah, it comes back to the math you brought up earlier.
One dick and another dick, cross stream, no dicks.
You're never supposed to cross the streams.
No.
Which is why you have none left.
Yeah.
If you cross streams, you have no penises.
I just thought they were gonna make out. I just thought they were gonna make out. I'm being honest. I thought they were gonna kiss.
Really?
Yes. I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Well, I think we're winding down a little bit because
what is that girl's name?
Her Julie's.
Why won't you help me? Chat?
I can't.
People in the chat room, why won't you help me?
I think they did, and then they just moved. No, they didn't.
It moved on.
I know that they did.
It moved on. So
they said they should take Livewire's wig and put it on Brainiac.
Brainiac looked a little better this episode.
That's what I'm saying. I think I like the lights on the head. I like that actor a lot, and at least.
But
it was
you want him with Kara?
No, that's what I... Wait, we didn't... I don't know if we talked about it.
I'm asking my friend DJ a question.
Excuse me, I answer all his questions.
in the comics, they tend to have a thing, and it's clear that it felt clear in the first episode back that he had a little bit of a crush on her, but she not only she's Supergirl, she's also a fucking legend in their time. So I would be down with that. I kind of hope that they don't try and put Mono and Kara back together.
No, you guys are both doing that, and it's killing me. It's killing me.
Why do you want it so
Because
bad?
they're in love in real life.
That's a recipe for disaster.
So
I think the only ways to bring them back is to do stuff that I hate. It's either to kill off Saturn Girl, have her be bad, have them break up for some reason. I don't think there's any cool storytelling way to get them back together. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She's gonna die. Saturn Girl gonna die.
She's too beautiful to die.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
so true.
She's so pretty.
And that is how it works.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to watch sometimes.
Like
She's gonna die and get cast on Riverdale. I'm calling it now.
I could see that.
Yeah.
But guys, like...
Oh my god, speaking of which, well, I guess I'll talk about it when we get to Black Lightning.
I will say also that this will not be... Actually, I think it's the very next episode. There are a couple episodes this week where on paper, if you told me the things about this episode, I'm like, that sounds amazing. And then you watch the episode, you're like, ooh. Because if you told me the premise of this episode, it sounds awesome. And then the execution is not the best.
So you weren't a hugest fan, a huger fan.
I wasn't.
You weren't a huge fan.
I was
You made it.
I was a mediocre fan. I was a C+, B- fan. Maybe more C+, if I'm being honest with myself.
Are you burping? No, you're clicking your tongue. I thought you were letting out little burps in disagreement with them.
That would be an amazing response. I can't do it. I've tried before.
Hey,
you know what? Let's rate it really quick. How many? There was 4 girls on this superstar team.
We do it out of 10, Sam, for this because we can't.
6 out of 5.
I'm okay with the madness if you need me in on it.
Wait, we do too many shows to figure out numbers for each of them. We're going to do it out of 10.
10? I gave it a 6.
That's pretty low.
It is.
Yeah.
I was pretty bummed.
Okay. Roxy?
Can you go first?
Okay. What did I say? I probably like, what, a 7.5? Somewhere in between a 7.5 and a 7.5. I would give it a 7.5.
I'm going to give it a 7.
There you go. So
Right
you split the
in the
difference.
middle.
Yeah.
Well, because if you had said 7, I think I would have given it a 6.5. But you said 7.5, so I gave it a 7. And I just wanted to be honest with you about my thought process.
That's fair. We all knew that that's what you were thinking, though.
Yeah.
Because you split the middle. You hit the middle. So that was probably...
I just felt like I liked it. Based on how you guys were all talking about it, I felt like I liked it more than Sam and less than DJ.
That's fair.
I liked her way more than all of you. Let's talk about Flash. I think that wig was a marvel. What do you think?
Are we still talking about Livewire?
Yes. Oh no, I just did so many wrong things in this app. I wanted to.
What was that little girl's name?
Jungies.
Why aren't you guys telling me?
You have a phone in front of you.
Flash was so freaking good.
What?
Interesting.
I love this.
Okay, real quick, can I just say
we have very different opinions.
Can I just say I need to be honest with something right now, and this is I should save this till after the episode, but for some reason, even though we started the video stream before the audio stream, its number is lower. The time code on that is lower.
Yeah, that happens.
And it's really frustrating because I'm trying to keep track of where our breaks are. And I just want to admit that because it's really driving me up a fucking wall right now.
Can I admit something too?
Yes.
For the people who are watching in video, I just want them to know what I was just itching was my belly. That's what it was. I feel like it's hard to tell in my big black blob.
Well,
I didn't want them to think any hanky-panky was going on.
So, Roxy loved The Flash.
It was the best episode ever.
In what aspect?
In all of the aspects. I thought it was so fun. I love everything with Elongated Man. I love Barry being in Henry's cell and what he was doing there. I love his interaction with Iris. I love that now we just have a word that makes Killer Frost jump into it. And I really I'm just going to spoiler alert, I'm going to give this away now. It was a 9 for me.
I appreciate your enthusiasm.
By the way, didn't they do that same exact joke just the episode before with Killer Frost?
Yep.
Of like, no, I can't do it. And then they do something and then she does it?
Yeah, I didn't care.
Okay.
It was better the second time.
It was better the second time.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that I'm going to pull a Roxy on this episode and like it less than Roxy, but more than Sam. This was another one with Supergirl for me where if you told me everything on paper, I'm like, oh, hell yeah. And then I'm going to blame the direction of the episode, the directing. Because there's just some stuff that didn't... The specific one for me is the time where Barry's supposed to be speeding and like moving the guy's hands, and it's clear that they were just like, okay, guys, you just stand there as if you're frozen in time. And then Barry's going to half-heartedly kind of move. It's like, oh, this is not the best. I did like the concept of Trickster and his mom.
I love
Frank,
her.
Excuse me.
She
it's his Harley Quinn. It's
she was
Frank.
so good. She was so good.
In what way was she so
funny.
good?
I liked her laugh, and her bond with her son was amazing. And then the game show, she was a good host. She should take my job. I loved her.
They definitely were gonna make out, right? Like that was really hinted to a lot. In Goldberg.
And this next thing that you got pulled there, but they can't see it yet. He was the tits.
Goldberg.
I loved him.
He's a wrestler.
Oh, Gold Star.
Goldstern.
Big Star.
He plays Stardust.
Bingsters.
Goldberg. He was great, and he's got good muscles.
He does have, and so many of them.
And Barry helped him because of the dad situation, which is cool.
Yeah, I like that he has a friend in prison. I like the prison stuff. I would like to point out, I wasn't able to be here last episode, but I would like to point out that I think if you're on trial for murder, that the long hearing process before you have a trial and everything, you would be incarcerated anyway. So we could have had the trial go at a just slightly more believable speed and had this episode basically play out the same way.
Most trials definitely take about like 12 minutes for sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean it was an even 2 hours without a nice break in the middle.
He was not remorseful. It was very easy to put him away.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, I think this episode could have played out basically the same and still had the trial looming. But I like Barry in prison, and I like his prison buddy, and I like the time we spent with Elongated Man and his arc, and I really like that actor, and so I liked all those elements. I just
loved the episode. I'm hearing it.
They definitely went with a campier direction in this episode, and I feel like I'm fine with that. I'm definitely on the record as being pro camp. I just think maybe it could have. There could have been more energy in the direction to make it not feel kind of dumb.
Here comes the downer of the group.
For once it's not me.
I love the Flash. This was a messy ass episode.
It was perfect.
I thought the prison stuff was interesting, but again, when that fight happened, I was like, okay. I thought the coolest thing was how they utilized a lot of Elongated Man's powers with like the head stretching everywhere, and him sneaking into the prison.
It was very much like the mask.
It was
really
the
energy of it.
That was so cool. And when he pulled all the dudes away, the hostages.
And I like the idea. Oh, that was really cool in the intro. But the entire like prank stuff, I at first was on board with. 'Cause I was like, I like the camp that they go with this. With like Mark Hamill's
Wasn't he the brattiest kid ever?
Yep.
He was so bratty. He's like, I want Dad to love me, and he doesn't. Mom, you just made me come out of prison. My dad isn't here. I'm gonna show him.
And you definitely know the mom and the kid are definitely dry humping in between when we're not watching.
Oh, show, and that is why the dad will not come home.
You think those two aren't being weird? There was a weird chemistry they gave both those actors.
I did not feel that as much as you apparently.
They made a joke about it. They said the Oedipus complex they had. It was a big part of that episode. Was not feeling it. And also, although Killer Frost, it's fun that, like, you know, you can say a word and she comes out and Killer Frost is trying to have this redemption, but I'm like, she's still maybe murdered people and we're kind of just going to go ahead and move on.
Oh, listen, Sam, we've dealt with that plenty of times on Arrow. Everybody on Arrow has murdered plenty of people. Yeah. And we just roll with it. And Killer Frost
And then sometimes we show our kids while we're doing the murdering.
We'll get to that when we talk about
No, just understand it's his job.
Do you or do you not want Danny and John to hook up?
Danny and John.
On Game of Thrones.
Oh. No, I didn't want that. When that happened,
All right, well then you just clearly don't like incest. I don't know what to tell you.
I guess this conversation stopped. Guess we can't talk about this anymore.
I guess you just don't want
You're
the
just
mom and son to hook up.
You're
Whatever.
Just close-minded towards incest.
Very close-minded.
Didn't know there were ignorant people on this
Where
panel.
are you from? The north? God. Sorry, that's a low blow.
You got me. But there were fun things.
Yes.
There are times when I'm just like, I want it to be taken a little more seriously uniformly, or just like a little bit more uniform with what's happening, because like Barry stuff's pretty serious. Like that's a pretty serious thing. It was like last week with Fallout guy accidentally murdering a bunch of people when he's just walking, and then a really serious court case, and I liked the court case part and I didn't like the Fallout part. Same thing this week. I really liked Barry's stuff. And I liked parts of the campy part, and mainly I liked that Ralph's talking about that, hey, I thought I couldn't get hurt. That was really the biggest sell.
That was
and
cool.
You saying that I can get hurt, I don't really want to do this anymore.
You get hurt by acid, which every time they said it, I was like, well, I had to check myself in my brain, like, did they just fuck up acid? Like, did they just...
No,
oh, that's the name.
It's his name.
Just call it acid.
Yeah.
No, you like the camp, DJ. We had to get out of the camp.
Listen, I like camp. I just think the directing was a little bit static. There wasn't enough
like
energy.
Static Shock.
Yes, it wasn't. It was a little bit stagey, and so it didn't make it feel as fun. So it felt kind of dumb.
So what I'm hearing is that we all loved this episode so much. 9s across the board.
Oh, sorry. I heard A pluses.
Hold on, we got a couple tweets.
And we got Reddit.
Iqbal Hassan, do you think that CW planned for Barry to go to jail back in season 1, or was he just an Easter egg at the time? And he put a picture of when Barry's going back in time at the end of season 1, and there's a shot of him in the Speed Force in prison. And probably at the time they were like, oh, we might do this.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh no, this is a good time to bring that back around.
No, and the wording during that scene is this is what could be. So it's like, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
We don't, we're not promising
Because in that
anything.
one, we also saw our first glimpse of Killer Frost, and she didn't show up again until season 3?
No, season 2. It was alternate Earths Killer Frost.
Oh, that's right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And also a statue of Barry, which we haven't gotten to yet.
The Flash Museum.
All right, coming from Reddit, T Walker 500 said, "Oh my God, they did it! They killed the one true God, Bebo the Great."
Good Bebo callback. Great Bebo callback.
Also, the Trickster family is fucking insane. All the Bebos later on, I can't believe this is a thing. Also, nice end reveal.
I want to give a shout out really quick. Samuel Guy, that's the username on YouTube. It's the first time joining us live. He popped up right in the middle. We're talking about Flash right now. Thank you so much for joining us. I love when you guys join us. Make sure you check out that $15 tier if you want to watch live. But
what was the end review?
What was the end review?
I was just hoping you guys remembered.
The end, Elongated Man, nothing thinker related. Oh, it was the girl. It was the girl from the wedding.
Oh, that's right.
And she was writing in the notebook.
That scene was very long and awkward.
But she was writing with symbols.
With the Speed Force symbols from the first episode.
But did it seem like she was going to hook up with Cisco, or no?
No.
I think she just was like a fan.
Or did it seem like she was Cisco's future child? Or
she's definitely Barry and Iris' future child.
She was going to make out with Cisco?
No.
Or that she was going to make out with
You guys, what?
It's the CW. If you're not making out with somebody, get out.
We have a comment
That's
about
fair.
Arrow in a second. We'll bring it up what we talked about last week, because DJ definitely did not hear what you said about 2 characters. If you remember what I'm talking about.
2 characters.
So, that's definitely Barry and Iris' kid.
Oh, really quick, I wanted to bring
100%.
up from
I think so too.
on Fringe, one of my favorite sci-fi shows, one of my favorite shows ever. There were characters called the Observers who came back in time to observe past events, and in their notebook they'd never write in every character they used to write a word would be from a different language, or they used scientific form or numbers or something like that, so that no one could ever pick it up and read what they were writing down. And it looked a lot like the Speed Force symbols, and I was like, that's a fun little thing for you to do, fun little callback.
We got another tweet, Vanny at Vanny J. Based on the most recent episode, how long do you think the Flash prison arc will go on? Originally, I didn't think it would last more than 1 or 2 episodes, but now that they've introduced subplots within the prison, I'm thinking it'll be a little longer. It'll probably be resolved next episode.
You know what? I give it a total of 4. We've done 2, and then we'll do 2 more, and then he'll get out. I think that's what we'll do. And everyone will be like, uh-oh, Elongated Man is now the hero of Central City, and we'll have one of those dumb episodes. And then we'll
By
get
the
back
way,
to thinking
why
things.
didn't they call... I heard somebody mention this. Why did they call Wally? Because we know he's going to be on Legends, but he's not currently, so...
I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that, too.
He's fighting aliens in other countries, and he's not calling them, so...
Yeah. He
we're
doesn't
not gonna
need
call
them.
him. Yeah.
He comes back like, you idiots, I've actually saved dozens of cities without any of y'all's help.
Shockingly, a team really clutters this up. But sorry, I'm gonna go run Legends now. I'm gonna go run through time. And I'm not gonna fuck it up as bad as you, Barry. You ruined my life.
I kind of miss Legends.
I'm gonna give this.
I'm excited for Legends to come back, and I'm glad Wally's on it because again, Wally was the Flash I grew up with, so I think it'll give him room to spread his wings.
Fly, Robin, fly.
So you gave this episode a 9.
I don't know if it's an actual 9, but
You
I would
can
say
do what you
I would say an
want.
8. I would say an 8.5. I thought this
Okay.
episode was very strong.
Okay.
I'll give it a 7.
I'll give it a 7.5.
Did I make you guys like it more?
Oh no,
No.
You just reminded me of things I didn't like, but I did like, and I totally forgot the stuff with the girl at the end, the mystery girl. I think that's a really fun mystery to have on top of the Thinker storyline.
Mystery girl, why do you twirl when you whirl into my fur?
Pearl.
What is happening right now?
It was a song.
From
Ever
the
heard of it?
70s.
But speaking of 7s, Arrow. I had nothing there. I had no way. Oh, by the way, the girl's name is Ruby. The daughter's name is Ruby.
Yes!
From Supergirl.
Wait, okay, let's try to get from 70s to Arrow by 6 degrees of separation, okay?
Okay.
I'll start. 70s.
They have a point.
DJ, you're next.
That's okay.
He doesn't like my games.
No, he doesn't like games. I keep bringing Clue over, and he doesn't know what to do with it.
I love Clue. Don't
Okay, so
don't
you
you
brought
front.
Clue.
You
Don't
love the
even
movie.
front.
You love the movie.
I love the
Clue.
game too.
You don't know what to do with
So,
it.
Professor Plum.
What?
Wait,
What? What in the world did you just say?
What is happening right now?
Professor Plum. Had a crush on her. That's me.
Mr. Green Arrow. We're in Arrow. Good job,
Yay!
everybody. Yay! We did it. We did it. Okay. I really like this episode. This might be up there with my favorite episode of the week.
It was better than last week's
I thought this was
episode.
the worst episode ever.
You're crazy.
No, it wasn't that.
Why do you
that
lie?
bad, but it was not that good. This show does not matter to me anymore.
Well, you did bring up a good point, DJ. Before you got here, he was talking about it.
So I watched it and I enjoyed last week's as well because I think the show does its best when it really goes ambitious with the action. There's a lot of ambitious action, and I like who's the actor's name? Sam. I'm sorry, King James.
Michael Emerson.
Michael Emerson is
Benjamin Linus.
it literally is just Benjamin Linus is the bad guy this season. Like the whole like his son thing is kind of played out, but he's so good. Michael Emerson's so good that he overcomes all of that. I like the idea of the villain team, and the idea of the villain team is stronger than any of these characters individually. So I think that's cool. I like the idea of Vigilante being a traitor, and I like the way these characters are matured, and I really hope the other Team Arrow does stick with the Outsiders because I love the Outsiders team. I love that shout out. I hope they stick with that. And I love the idea of these rival teams trying to deal with that. And I love the maturity Oliver's shown with dealing with his son. But in that moment, in the moment where Felicity's explaining what Oliver does and how it affects her to William. And then
showing him the arrow getting stabbed.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody.
And then when they sit down and they explain to William the situation, it was this real moment of like, this story is basically done. The arc of Oliver growing into a functioning person has been accomplished, and there's really no reason for the show to exist anymore. Like I love it, and I love these characters, so I will watch it as long as it's on the air. But functionally, the story they've been telling is over. Yeah, it's over, and there's no real reason for the show to exist anymore.
I agree. That's where my frustration lies. It just is. It is over. It's over. And I get the new team and the team splitting up, and maybe the teams will get back together, and you know we've got secret agent spies and whatnot. But like until Detective Lance hooks up with Thea. I will continue to watch the show.
She brought that
but
up
that's
last
what's
week.
coming.
No, they've explicitly said that she views him as a father.
This is what is coming if we do
sexy
not
dad.
stop this show. It's the
No,
next...
Thea's leaving this season.
I don't think so.
She had an out.
No, they're definitely.
When is Roy coming back?
They're definitely bringing Roy back
So
to
that-
give Thea. They can ride off
so
in the
that
sunset together.
Detective Lance can punch him in the face and say, "She's mine, bitch."
And then tongue in the mouth.
Don't do that to me.
Tongue in the mouth. Tongue in her small mouth.
Is her mouth small?
Okay, we
Small.
need to...
She's older, so by size and age,
What's happening?
smaller.
What did you guys think of the episode?
I liked it. It was a lot more solid. I liked the vigilante twist. I liked Black Canary stopping a train.
That was so cool.
With our boys.
Rewind.
Are you getting a question about the mouth sizes?
Who said I knew that vigilante was... Last week, Sam, you're giving me no credit for this.
I don't remember. I don't remember what you're
talking about.
Well, you guys
in the chat remember. I said vigilante was lying when the butt kicking situation took place. Sorry, I keep saying
you're
that's
fine.
good. That's good audio for our listeners. When the butt situation took place, the butt kicking situation with Dinah Drake, and I was like, no, he's trying to tell her something. It's because he is not working with Benjamin Linus. He's working against him.
Yeah.
And I knew it, and I said it, and Sam, you said I was wrong, and I was right, and that's what's important here.
I like that is what's important here.
I still think I'm right.
I like the complications here because I do think it's probably even more complicated than that because Vigilante is still a murderer.
Yes.
For sure.
But so I like that. I like that there's some complications in that aspect.
Well, on Team Arrow 2, they can have murderers. They
Yeah.
can do whatever they want. Wild Dog is straight up a murderer, and we just ignore it.
Oh, so technically he's Diggle. I think he's just been running around with a gun this whole time.
No, rubber bullets.
Okay.
They're just very specific rubber bullets that go into people, but guarantee they don't die unless they want to.
Why do they go in? Why don't they bounce?
I don't know. The bullets make no sense.
Maybe they go in to a certain point and then bounce. Like, boop, boop.
That still makes no sense.
Like sex.
Oh, yeah. That's still not cool, though.
No.
That's still not cool.
Definitely not cool.
But it was better than last week. Black Canary had a cool moment. I liked how they executed, like when you talk about directing, the cool direction of Felicity talking to William about what Oliver does and showing that, like, them doing the takedown. Because I don't need dun 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 dun. You know, like you don't need Arrow theme music of them just fighting in a big
Very
one
on
take.
point.
Yeah, well, it was really good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Maybe some rivalry in the soundboard.
Oh.
No, what are you talking about? That came from my soundboard.
Oh, it was ventriloquism.
That's true.
For people in the audio, they don't even know. But good joke, Sam. But I also liked William put on his big boy pants and getting all those bullies and those kids out of that bus. It was like, hey,
the one that was picking on him and threw down his book.
Yes.
What was he reading?
We're not
math.
We are not building towards Quinn Lance making out with Thea Holland. What we definitely are building towards 2 seasons from now
is Thea and William making out?
William is definitely going to be the new Speedy.
Did you call her Thea Holland?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't think I said her name.
Isn't it Willa Holland?
It is Willa Holland.
Yeah.
Queen, yeah, but I don't think I said the whole. Well, a minute. Let us know in the comments down below.
Tear them apart.
Point is, if the show keeps going, William is definitely going to throw on the Speedy outfit at some point.
He could do it. He's a strong actor, and I know DJ, you brought up, and with good reason that we were a little nervous when you bring kid actors onto a show like this, and also he's been the kid actor for this role for a while, but he's solid. He is. He can hold his own at least against all the other people in his scene. Giving him a scene by himself, he was fine with it when he was saving all those kids. He was fine. So I wouldn't mind him being a sidekick, but then he'll probably die, and then Oliver will be sad again, and then we'll get a redemption arc for 2 seasons.
What did you guys think about William being chill that Oliver dies as long as he had Felicity?
Felicity's definitely way better at taking care of him. I don't blame him.
I think Felicity's gone back to being my favorite character.
She still took over a wedding.
Yeah,
for herself.
No, I'm with. I don't. She's not my favorite.
Again for so long.
She's not my favorite character, but I think that actress is really talented, and I was never one of the people that hated all the Olicity shit.
No, I didn't hate the Olicity shit. I hated Felicity at some points.
Yeah, she got kind of dumb sometimes.
Yeah,
where it didn't make sense.
But I'm back with her.
Yeah, I like all these. Again, even though the functionally the narrative arc of the story is done, I still like all these characters, and I like the big action. Although I will say, for some reason, this show more than the others, it feels like a real fucking nightmare to live in Star City. Like
a plane went down.
Yeah, like it's almost like it's not even the end of the season where the whole city gets invaded. It's almost like every other week, like half the city's blown up. And it's just like, move, man. Just get the fuck out.
Move.
Yeah.
Bitch, get out the way.
You know, a lot of people are upset with it. We keep saying Thea and Quentin should make out.
I
don't
did
think
not
they
say
should.
they should.
No, you said you've been voting for it. You've
That's
been
so not
suggesting
true.
it. I saw your email.
So
It was
rude.
open when you're going to the bathroom.
So rude.
All of it.
To look at my email, my private message to myself.
No, it was going to yourself, CC'd, and the showrunners of Arrow, and
So
you just
true.
had Photoshop photos of Thea and Quentin making out.
Wow, I'm pretty good at Photoshop now.
What do we rate this episode? I give it an 8.5.
Wow, that's high.
I like this show.
7.
Don't be too excited about that rating. You gotta stand behind it.
Guess it's
From here
7.
and now to the future, we're gonna be looking back at these ratings and actually putting them together.
Was Little Bunny Fufu a book?
Yes.
And then the song came after the book?
I don't know. Never mind.
Oh.
DJ's just answering. I give it a... Man, I love that silence. It was, like, palpable. There's an energy there. I'd give it a... I did it again. I really like that.
Because we
Sorry.
really just want to know what you're...
Oh, sorry. I'd give it a 7.75.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll break it down that far. 7.75.
You round up and give it an
7. No, it's not that good.
8. Okay.
If I had to go down, it'd be a 7.5.
No. To you, sir.
What is yours rating?
I
She
gave it
was
already.
a 7.
Yeah.
No. 7.5?
No,
7.
7.
7. All right.
7.
We can...
Remember I said 7.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Silence is great.
All right. Now we're going to move on to Black Lightning.
The strongest
Go Black
episode of the
Lightning,
whole
Go
week.
Black Lightning. Can we all do the dance?
Yeah.
You asked that Preem. Chicks will.
Cream. See, we did sing this last week. Because I kept saying it's not cream. It's girls will definitely not cream.
I'm pretty sure the chicks will cream.
No, they won't. I tried
Are you going to go with purple again, Sam? Or
I try to do
what's going on?
blue and yellow for black.
I like that.
I don't know if you can see it.
No, you
though.
really can't see the yellow, unfortunately.
I'm
Which
sorry.
one's yellow?
Orange, try
Where's
orange.
the yellow?
Oh, orange?
Yeah.
It's there.
That's good. I think that gets it done. That gets her done.
It's not great.
He's
This
lying to you.
episode was great. LaWanda, Book of Hope. That was the name of the episode?
Poor LaWanda. Can we all just take a second and just see how poor... I think I
fell.
audibly gasped when Lala just
shot
straight
him,
up
yeah.
shot her. I was like, oh shit.
While I was upset for her doing that, man, she's smart for putting that phone up there to record.
Do you
And
think that was the plan?
No.
Okay.
But she is smart for doing it because she knew the risk. She's stupid. She's dumb for doing it, but she knew what the risks were.
At least she was smart enough to know how bad it could go.
Exactly. Yeah, and I appreciate this show.
Yeah.
The two daughters are amazing. I love the dynamic with him and his wife, and I like that wasn't fixed in 2 episodes. It's like, no, this is going to be the season of us having to deal with this, and the idea of thinking of Black Lightning as an addiction, and then his friend saying, was like, well, no, in my eyes, you're kind of the addiction. And it was like, stop using the word addiction because it's kind of a selfish point of view from both of them to say something that he does in his life that is helpful to people as an addiction.
Yeah, I wasn't able to talk to you guys about this last week. I loved the
How
premiere.
hard was that for you?
It was actually really challenging.
As you were awake for 100.
I love the premiere. I love the premiere of Black Lightning. I really
So
like. I really love the emphasis they put on the community. It feels like a real place. Freeland feels like a place.
I like it better than like National City.
Yeah, well, no, really, those are you get kind of an idea. Those are the setting. Like this is a community, you know, and you really get that sense of that. And I love the way they built out this family. The family dynamic really works, and it could have been really fucking annoying, and it's not. And the daughters have aspects that on other shows, if characters have those, they're annoying. Runaways.
Love that show.
But here the daughters are flawed, but they're likable.
How quickly are we going to see? Because I heard that they're both going to get their powers this season.
Oh, the younger daughter's gonna get the powers too. I thought
That's
they were
what
gonna
I heard.
maybe
I thought she
not
was
do
gonna
that
take
because they're
longer.
pretty similar to the dads.
So the younger one is Jennifer.
I'll pull up
the
the
older
name.
one
Thank you, Sam.
is
I'll pull up the names.
Anissa, right?
I believe you have the names correct. Let me just make
and
sure.
the wife is Lynn.
Yes.
I could have made all these up, but
Okay.
I feel like that's accurate. Yeah, I think I read that both the younger ones are both going to get powers in the next couple of episodes, which I hope is not true because I don't want Black Lightning to blow its load too soon, and we've got a lot of episodes. I would be okay with the one who's already starting to show her powers.
Yeah, she becomes Thunder in the comics.
Yeah, and I love her taking that guy.
That was so cool when she just flings him across the room.
And I love her reaction to it because she's like, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
Also, I'm guessing her headache left after she did that
She didn't buy it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So older daughter is Jennifer, and
I thought that.
Wait, no. I think the younger daughter.
I thought the younger daughter was Jennifer.
Oh, she's got top billing then over the. Oh yes, younger daughter is
Yeah,
Jennifer.
because she's got top billing because she was a Disney star.
And, she has the Disney star look. Yeah. And then Lynn is the wife.
And it's Anessa, Lynn, and Jennifer.
Yes.
Okay.
And they are.
It's interesting. I'm still learning it because I did not read Black Lightning.
Most people don't know.
Yeah.
And the characters they do know is that one of his daughters was Thunder.
Yep.
And then he's Black Lightning.
And one of his daughters becomes Lightning. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Cress Williams is so good.
I love him.
So good in the role.
So good.
And my wife was watching Never Been Kissed on the flight back.
I love that movie.
And I saw him in it. I was like, oh shit.
Wow, damn, I forgot about that.
But he's such a cool, commanding presence. I've seen a lot of people talk about how like, oh, it doesn't need to be part of the other universe because it doesn't need the other heroes. And it's like I want it to be connected to the rest of our shows because I think the other shows could use this character. Mm-hmm. They could use his presence. Like I think he's got such a cool presence. And I like what they're doing with Tobias Whale. I don't know. I did not like this episode as much as the premiere because it felt kind of repetitive. Yeah. It's like, oh, now he's back, but also, wait, now he's not. Now he's also going to be coming back. And
I bet they probably filmed those so far apart from each other, though. So I think that maybe kind of why. What did you guys think when Lala
ate it?
Yeah. I also like that he's just one-handed, like, it's like,
that
oh,
was
shit.
gangster.
Tobias Whale's no joke,
but
man.
I was shocked. I thought Lala was going to be...
Yeah, the sub-boss.
Because he's so good. That actor is amazing.
Excellent.
Also, can I... One nitpick.
William Catlett.
This might play into them being filmed apart. Jennifer, the younger daughter, right? That's who we determined as the younger daughter?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was flirting with, what's-his-face, that gangster guy that also ate at this episode, which also surprised me when he got shot in the back of the head. And she's got that one guy, that other high school guy around. Like, why are you talking to other guys when you've got that guy?
She wasn't really there at the club, and he was just briefly, and then she didn't want anything to do with him, but he tried to sell her into sex slavery.
I know, but before that, she was kind of into it.
She was just getting
on
drinks.
The couch.
She was getting drinks.
Okay.
She said, I'm a little high right now, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to go make out with you or something.
I'm just saying that the guy, her beau from high school,
let me talk about him.
Do you treat that guy nice?
Let me talk about him.
He's a dime.
Let me tell you about him. He's a regular on Riverdale.
No shit.
Which is why
you know what? Before you said that, I was like, oh, he's probably gonna eat it. And now you've said that, it's like, oh, he's definitely gonna eat it.
I was confused because I was like, ooh, this guy's not just like he's like been on Riverdale. So, and he's not every episode. I guess
he's like a Reggie kind of, like he shows up every once in a while.
Yes, but here was the problem. So when I saw him on this show, I was like, oh, I hate that guy. And then I was like, oh, you don't know him from the show. He on the show is like a sexual harasser, assaulter, like there's an issue.
He's a 180 for this show.
Bully, and I was like, oh, screw this guy. And I was like, wait a second. No.
Yeah.
Wrong person.
Yeah, wrong show.
Yeah.
No, I'm also glad I don't really need a whole series of episodes of Jennifer like drinking and getting into trouble and all that shit. So I'm kind of hoping she takes some of that advice.
Yeah, he's the voice of reason.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to die.
Yeah, now
from
one of the shows, from one of my shows.
That's true. Riverdale could just as easily offer.
Yeah.
Hey, and also with her like kind of streak of like wanting to go to older parties and everything like that, I bought Why She Drank in School because it's like that she's also kidnapped about like 6 hours ago, maybe 2 days ago. Like let her act out for a second, and then we can move on past it.
I wasn't kidnapped at that age, and I was a little drunkard. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I was too scared.
Oh yeah, party girl.
Fun fact.
Give it to me.
In the stage production of Grease, it is Girls Will Cream. That is what the Maggie Whitmer, she did her homework. Also with the Black Panther pins, which we spoke about like a little while ago, those pins it was a big problem in Disney stores, and a lot of people got angry.
I'm equally as impressed with both of those stories.
With both of those facts.
Like imagine that, like 60, 70 years ago. Mm-hmm. When was Grease?
Oh, with Grease?
80
years ago.
60, 200.
You want the cream?
It's probably
the
50.
chicks will cream.
It's
what?
It's probably 40 years ago.
I knew it. I knew it. I stuck
knew
by
it?
it.
Yeah.
I did stick by it.
Oh, Maggie Whitmer also commented. I wanted to read this really quick. And this is a queer woman of color, question mark, exclamation point, who's a doctor and a teacher and soon to be superhero. I'm signed up. I know Maggie, I don't think she keeps up with all the superhero shows, but she picked up on this since it's so easy.
Also,
She's
Mama Lightning's a neurosurgeon.
Yes, they're baller.
Yeah, this family's no joke.
The one thing I will say is that I don't particularly like this girlfriend that Vanessa's with because...
Don't worry about that. I wouldn't get too worried about that.
Because she's like, Vanessa's like, yeah, so I broke the sink. And she's like, maybe you should see a therapist.
Well, she got kidnapped. I mean, that's not bad advice.
I'm not saying she shouldn't see a therapist, but what does that have to do with breaking the sink?
And I guess
since I think she was saying that because she was having she said she had a panic attack, which led to the sink breaking.
I would be like, damn, you're strong. Is everything okay?
Well, yeah, I would. I mean, you do live in a world of Black Lightning. Maybe you would assume that there's something going on there.
We'll be like, hey, try it on my arm. And then you're like, oh no.
I guess spoilers. Thunder's traditional girlfriend from the comics, Grace Choi, will be showing up on this show.
Oh, how do you know that?
Because I was looking up Grace Choi.
Is she cast?
Yes.
Oh, is she hot?
I don't know. I didn't. I just knew that she was cast. I didn't look up the.
Oh.
It'll be interesting because Grace Choi is giant, is jacked in the comics, and I did briefly look, and I don't think
could play her.
I mean, not off the top of my head.
No.
Yeah,
I could.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Sam.
So anyway, I maybe don't get too attached to that girlfriend.
Good, I'm not.
Okay.
Thunder.
Yeah, so I like this show. I like where it's going. I very happy that this show exists.
I want Chris Williams to give me the biggest hug in the world.
The
music in this show is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that for a second? When he went up to go talk to Lala, and then he hit him in the face with a gun, and it was just it was. And also, I think you tweeted or you texted, we were talking about it, but it was I love that Jefferson is like a superhero by himself, just him as a human being.
Why wasn't I on that text chain?
I don't think it was.
We were planning your birthday party. We were planning your birthday party.
Oh, okay, now I get it.
Also, another thing
in July, getting a good jump on it.
I like that Black Lightning doesn't fuck around when he's fighting. Like in the first episode where he uses the guy as a human shield. He's not gonna kill you, but he's also not really gonna go out of his way to protect you either.
Yeah.
Like he's there, he's knocking people out.
I did like the explanation that people can't look at him.
That was great too.
Yeah,
that was a good. I think the creators of the show are doing a really good job of extrapolating what cool things you could do with these abilities.
But if you have the cleanest beard cut in the world, I feel like it'd be like, saw you today, man. I know what that looks like.
On a complete side note, how freaking horrifying and wonderful was the scene where there's the water gun and blood.
The water gun and blood.
Oh yeah, man.
That was like,
oh my goodness.
The little boy, I was like, oh my god, they went there.
I don't want to take us in a dark. I'm shocked that boy is still walking around. I was just like the second he pulled out the gun.
On the show, or you mean the actor?
No, in the show, because cops are right there, and he pulls out a realistic looking gun. It's like, how did that little kid walk away from that situation?
Oh no,
that was horrifying. Do you think that was blood?
I think it was probably
fake blood.
Fake blood. I mean, it's a TV shows they're usually not allowed to use.
No, I don't.
Zing! Yeah.
Maybe it was the guy that you think she was flirting with, but she really wasn't. It's blood.
I don't know if
Lala
would go so far to take the blood out to put it in a super soaker.
We'll never know. He's dead now.
Oh, true.
What's interesting about our albino friend, what's his name?
Tobias Whale.
Yes.
Tobias Whale is that he was upset that Lala killed somebody's mom.
Yeah.
So he's got a weird moral code, I guess.
Well, he brings that up. He's like, that means you don't really have any standards, which means there's really no reason.
You won't rat on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is interesting.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just love every aspect of the show. I think it's it just feels like a different show, like a brand new type of show to watch. Kind of like how Happy feels like nothing else I've watched in a long time.
Yeah.
Black Lightning feels that way. There's elements that I recognize, but there's something very new and very fresh about this, and I can't wait for next week's episode. It's a 13-episode season. And I'm like, that's pretty perfect. That's pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, hopefully it doesn't string along kind of like the Netflix shows where it's like, oh, a little too long. But I like this kind of more contained. season for this show, and I hope it gets picked up for another season. I think it's going to.
Yeah, and it's something I really like about, shows like this and Luke Cage and Black Panther is I like that they're all different takes on the Black community. You know what I mean? They're all they all. I don't know. It's just cool. I think for me, one of the coolest aspects is just seeing stories that you haven't seen before, like versions of the superhero story that you just haven't seen adapted, and it's especially since we have so many.
That's how you make fans, that's how you make, these hardcore, super popular properties, kind of like Dark Knight Returns. Everyone was like, look at this really grizzled and really mentally fucked up Batman, Bruce Wayne. Everyone loves him. That's why we got Batman v Superman. You're welcome, everybody.
Wow, that was a weird...
I didn't know where you were going.
What do we rate this episode?
9. Sorry,
I'll give it a 9. I'll give it a 9
also
too.
give it a 9.
Yeah, I'd give the premiere a 9.5. I'd give this a 9.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that means this was my favorite. Then Flash, which I know that you guys loved too.
Mm-hmm.
Then Arrow. Then Supergirl.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
I'd go Black Lightning, Arrow.
Same. And then
Supergirl, Flash.
For me, Supergirl. Flash
Are you fat serious?
Yes, a very
we
fat
brought it
serious.
back. We brought callbacks.
Do you need a T-shirt that says "Are you fat serious"?
I need a T-shirt
You
that says
put
"Are you fat serious?"
full Flash last.
Yes, which is ironic.
For me, I tie Flash with Supergirl. Anyway, real
Yeah.
quick.
Sick and
Let's
twisted.
talk about-
Real quick. Talk about Lucifer. What's going on with Lucifer?
Lucifer.
Is it back?
Yeah,
And?
bitches. Oh boy.
Oh, no.
This episode was interesting.
There it is.
This episode
I
was
got
interesting because by the end, I got why we had the episode. You know what I mean? When you're kind of like, what are they doing? And then you're like, oh, now I see.
I'm hoping for that to happen at the end of Arrow. At the end of this season of Arrow, we'll be like, oh, this is why we did
This is why we did
season.
this, yeah.
Uh-huh.
So he is now the main goal of Cain. Remember, I told you guys they introduced Cain, like Cain and Abel Cain?
Yes.
The main goal of Cain, we just found out by the end of this episode, is that Cain wants to die. That has been his
fair.
goal. He's been trying to die. And Lucifer has decided that he is going to help him.
Uh-huh.
And that is where we leave off. So that's a cool... I'm now looking forward to that because they were kind of a little bit like dead in the water the last couple episodes. Like, yeah, that's not it. Treading water.
Yeah.
They were alive. They just weren't really moving. Mm-hmm. But they are moving, treading.
That's me on weekends.
The little treads. So that's cool. I don't know what exactly is going on right now. There was a interesting storyline with the girl who's a tech, played by, I think Amy Garcia is her name, and she does all of the autopsy stuff and goes to thing. And Cain, who she doesn't know is Cain, said to her at one point this episode, you talk too much, shush. And the whole episode was kind of about that. She was really upset and really quiet, and people were like, why are you being quiet? And finally she came out with it and was like, he told me to shush, and that's my favorite part of me, and people like that I talk. And so it was weird, a weird emotional non-Lucifer episode. She was just really hurt by that, and so we spent a lot of time on that. And I was like, huh,
all right,
where are we going with this one? So I still don't know what that was about.
Interesting. We've got a question for you, Roxy,
Okay,
specifically. From Festive Chris Fellows, that Chris Fellows, question for Roxy about Lucifer. So now that Lucifer offered to help Pierce/Cain find a way to kill him, do you think that will be the end game for the rest of the season, or do you have any other ideas on what might happen for the rest of the season?
That's what I'm kind of...
Also, you're the best.
Oh my God, you're the best. That's what I'm kind of wondering about. I for the first... Usually on the show, I'm like, oh, I don't know where we're going. And for the first time on the show, I'm kind of like, ooh, I don't know where we're going.
Yeah.
So if this is the rest of the season, how are they going to keep it interesting that long?
Yeah.
If this is the beginning of the end, I'm more about that, but then where the F are we going?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I would guess that this would probably take us through to the rest of the season, because I don't believe we have that many episodes left. I mean, less than 10, right? 5, 6,
No, don't ask us. We don't watch it.
Speaking of episodes, how was Gotham? Has it come back yet? Is it still on hiatus?
Yeah, so Gotham, if you look on the internet, and maybe you guys can help me out, Gotham is set to return in 2018. That is all I can find.
Oof.
I don't know whether this is because of Fox Disney, although that wouldn't quite make sense.
Yeah.
Because A, that, and B, because Lucifer is doing their thing.
Yeah.
I know that they've filmed episodes with Cameron Monaghan as the Joker. So I know that something's been shot.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're not airing it. I don't know how many episodes they filmed, and I have no idea when they're coming back. Which is weird. Usually, when you go off, you announce when you're coming back.
Yeah.
But they just didn't. And I've been looking, and it just says 2018, 2018.
That's
weird. A long year. We're only in January.
It's a whole year.
True.
Yeah. So maybe you guys can help me. Let me know if you're seeing anything else, because I don't know.
In the meantime, though, you could pop over to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No.
Because we had an episode last week. It's an amazing show. You're missing out because you didn't watch the other 4 seasons.
I didn't watch this week. I knew you had a friend to talk about it with again, and I was like, I'm giving myself a week break.
It was a good episode. It was the most confusing.
Did you go back to watch from the beginning of the season?
No.
You don't need to. You watch plenty of shows.
Yeah.
You should watch Happy before you watch Agents
Although
of S.H.I.E.L.D.
honestly, somebody in Reddit may or may not have convinced me to. Not because they said anything even close to important about the show, because they didn't. But it was like a plea saying, like, please do this for me. Please go.
Okay.
Where I can't find it now. It was like, please go do this. I'd really appreciate it if you did. And so now I feel bad.
Let that person know.
It says
it was Sam.
It's not _A_saying. Roxy, I just wanted to say that it would mean a lot to me as a random internet person and big fan if you would catch up on the with S.H.I.E.L.D. before continuing on with season 5. I know it's hard to make time, and it's also hard not to be spoiled on what's currently happening, but to me, S.H.I.E.L.D. is without a doubt the best show you guys are watching, and it sucks so much that you're not caught up and haven't experienced this amazing ride all the way through.
Well, speaking
of
that,
then it continued, but
yeah,
I was like, how do I not?
Yeah,
oh, no.
That's lovely. Now let's spoil S.H.I.E.L.D. for Roxy.
Yay!
Do it.
So we're on the surface of the planet.
Yes.
Caecilius is being evil
I'm going
and
to be
whatnot.
honest, I'm still a little nebulous on what shape the planet is in.
This is a chunk.
Yeah.
This is like a continent.
Yeah.
There's no water. There shouldn't be any.
Yeah, we're oxygen.
No.
Really.
I mean, there may be a little bit, like a little bit.
That's not how that works.
I don't know what happens to a planet when you blow it up like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you blow up a planet like that.
It's definitely not big enough to get atmosphere. If there's not atmosphere on the moon, there's definitely not a piece of the planet big enough to get atmosphere. Anyway, that's
You don't know that.
Fun fact, there is a little bit of atmosphere on the moon.
Yeah, but not enough for people to
Oh,
live
exactly.
off.
Yeah, you can't live off it,
Anyway,
yeah.
the point is, they're on the Zephyr because that was a set that they already had, so they just said it survived the destruction of the moon. Yeah.
Like
And they
the
did
Chili
have
Pepper song?
No. She doesn't know what the Zephyr is. The
Okay.
bus.
Fly away
The
on
big-
my Zephyr?
The big plane that they fly.
The plane.
on. Yeah.
The shield plane. But they did kind of explain it that, like, as the planet was breaking apart, they accidentally crashed into it, and May and Fitz were, like, they were basically, this episode was with that old woman you saw last week that had, like, the fake little toy bird or the wooden bird.
Yes.
She is a little girl we had met in a previous episode who as a clairvoyant, could see the future. She survived up until now, and we were seeing flashbacks from her point of view as a little girl because she can see her memories get mixed up with past, present, future.
It's all present to her.
Yeah, it's all happening at the same time, so a lot of the dialogue she's saying...
Oh my god, that life would be so hard.
Oh no, she looks like she is not happy at all, and it was a confusing episode because you're trying to figure out like what exactly is happening, but it pays off with you figuring out that Fitz is the one who built the portal that pulled them into the future. But he built.
Why did he do that?
Because he knew that he needed to get them into the future at some point, and from what we can tell is. They were always meant to go to the future, but I don't think they ever learned what they were supposed to do to stop what happens in the past, like Earth blowing up.
Yeah.
And I think the catalyst to stop everything is Flint, the new Inhuman, to make the Rock.
The Rockman.
Yeah, because her memories all shuffled together. She saw him. She knew he could help, but she had to find a way to get them. I hope because that's the only way. That's the only reasonable explanation of why you don't just send a message back like, "Hey, don't do this."
Uh-huh.
You know
Why
what I
did
mean?
this woman become like this?
She was born. That's her
It's Inhuman.
She was
She's
born
like
to
their
do
version,
that.
like their version of mutants. Yeah.
Wow.
And then,
It sucks.
so we see her with flashback with May, and she's always talking about how her mom was there for her, and we've met her mom.
Yeah.
But we find out that through the events that basically she comes to view May as a mom. So that's a great little payoff at the end.
It was.
As
Roxy
she
would have cried.
reveals- Yeah, you would have cried.
I bet I would have, but
she-
it's not too hard.
As she reveals, that was a little frustrating. Like, hey, I'm going to finally tell you what you need to know as a whisper. And I have to wait till next week to find out what I said.
We need to get those viewers back.
Yeah.
It was a fine episode. This season's been really good, and so this isn't a bad episode. It was
it's just comparatively not as great. As
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm still invested, of course, and I'm excited to see how they're going to pay this off with Caecilius. And
Yeah.
wait, nope, that's the villain from Doctor Strange. What is his name?
DJ just said yeah, though, so he wasn't listening to
No,
you.
I think
you caught him. You caught him.
No, I thought that was too. Yeah, I don't know what his name is though.
Cameron.
Kirk Cameron.
Cameron.
Kurt Cameron from Growing Pains.
There you go.
Is the villain of.
But no, he's. I'm excited to see how that all pays off. I like Evil Blue Girl.
Yeah,
and
I kept waiting for them to pull a turn and have her become part of the team or some shit. And it doesn't look like it's gonna.
She might be like, it might be that classic trope of she gets sucked into the past with him and she like tries to hunt him down.
Yeah.
Cause.
Yeah,
because I know,
because like
Goggle Girl.
Yeah, because with Joss Whedon stuff, like I know his tropes enough that when watching Serenity, the movie, if they'd made a sequel, Assassin Guy would have definitely joined the crew because that would have added a lot of drama. And that's Chiwetel Ejiofor.
Can you do
in
this
Serenity.
or no?
He was?
Yes.
Yes, of course I can.
Come on.
I was born like that.
Can you do it, Sam?
I have carrying a laptop. I cannot let it go or it'll fall.
I'll show you
Anyway,
other
yeah,
things
I'm
I
with
can
you,
do.
Sam. Sam, what would you rate this episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
7. And I mean that in a
that
nice
seems
way.
fair.
Yeah.
It's a positive 7.
I
It's
feel
a-
like based on
yeah.
your guys' description, I'd give it an 8.
Well, there we
Fair
go.
enough.
That's a fair rating.
Fair enough. I spent most of the episode kind of like ambivalent until the payoff at the end. And then I was like, oh, this is what we were doing.
Very cool. You have so many skills.
Kind of like you were talking about with Lucifer, where you're like, why are we doing
Why are-
this?
and
then
then
at the end,
at
you're
the
like, oh, okay, I see why we're doing it.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
But guys, we've gone very over, so you guys got an extra bonus, extra big-sized episode of Super TV Showdown, and we hope you enjoyed. DJ, Roxy, really quick, where can they find you?
Hi, ROXY STRIAR. I beat you.
You did. And at DJ Talks Trash, every place that matters. And go to chaostheory.com to sign up for newsletters. I've got some very exciting stuff going on with my comic, and I've got more to announce soon. I've got a bunch of very talented artists working with me on it, so.
It's very cool. I'm at Sam Bashor. I'm going to go hop over on New Rockstars really quick to shoot a show. So make sure you check out that panel show. It goes up every weekend.
Yes.
Talk about nerdy news. No, this show's more special because we had to talk one-on-one with you guys in the chat. It's very fun. But make sure you check out the audio version of this. The new episode of the main podcast coming out Monday. And know that we have a bunch of new Patreon tiers. So go check those out because they are very cool. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us. I have to run, so I can't give the individual thank yous, but we appreciate it. I know Samuel Guy was a new person who joined us, and we had a couple other people who are joining us for the first time, and it always makes me very happy to have new people here with us.
We appreciate you.
We love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.